Hi, my name is Rachel Zeskind, and you are watching Actor to Actor for LookToTheStars.org. I always like to say, we are human.
Sure.
We are human. And a lot of times, we'll have a tendency as human beings to look at another situation and go, I would never do that. That's terrible. I would never behave that way.
Sure.
And I liked your example of us being locked in here. And you really cannot judge until you've walked 100 miles in somebody else's shoes to know what would you do in that situation to survive. You might there's not a lot of difference. We're all human.
Absolutely right.
So it's how can we provide ways out, because it's not necessarily that people are bad and people are wrong.
Right.
It's the options are limited.
And exactly now, and in that example, if a news camera came to the window and just so happened to catch the moment where us two, we're trying to take him out because we think we need to, and he's choking you, and I'm on the ground, and they get that snippet, and then they're running, and all of a sudden, this young man is beating up a woman, and he has no sense. You know what I mean? It's we have to be able to read through the BS and see the things that matter, and that takes research, and it takes reading, it takes waking up and not just flipping on TV, and turning to cartoons or whatever, reality, other people's lives, whatever. I'm not downing reality, but what I'm saying is it takes someone reaching their hand out and saying, I want to pursue this to know what it's about.
Now, that brings up a really good point, because every single country around the world has some propaganda spin on the type of information that they're fed.
Sure.
To different extents, to different levels. Here in the United States is obviously going to be different than China, is obviously going to be different than Germany, but there is some lack of global accurate knowledge. And how have you personally, just as a human being, how have you pursued true information versus just like flipping on the news and saying, okay, what I'm hearing, that's all that's going on in the world?
Well, I think it all goes back to research. I think being an actor, going to college, high school, everything that, in the sense of information that I've learned that I can apply and speak on comfortably comes from me putting my best foot forward and saying, I want to know about this. When I dissect a role, I say, okay, I need to know every single thing there is to know about this person's life. And it has to go deeper than Wikipedia. So it's going to the library, it's finding the books, it's digging into the information, because a lot of times when you're fed information, the true information is just below the surface. You know what I mean? It's the difference between looking at a book and opening a book. It's there, but what are you going to choose to do with it? If I tell you, your car's on fire, you can say, oh my God, my car's on fire, what am I going to do? Or you can look out the window and say, is it on fire? But it's going to take you getting up, which will make your muscles have to be tense a little bit, and you have to straighten out your shirt, so whatever you have to do. You know what I mean? It just takes action.
Effort.
I think that through 6 years, even as small as Los Angeles is, 6 years of separation, I feel like I know everyone. I feel like, every day I'm meeting someone that knows someone that knows someone that I knew way back when, or whatever. I think information is the same. If we really want to know about something, there's people we can talk to. There's people that have made it their business to scream it from the mountaintops for anyone who wants to listen, but we have to be willing to listen. So just like with this film, Great Debaters, my mentor, his name is Brian Favors, in New York, he created a curriculum for the Great Debaters because it is information that is detrimental to the black community. He said, I'd love to sit down with the people I'm involved with, he runs a school out there, and really dig into how we can apply these issues that happen, these true life issues, and we apply them to the community today to inspire kids to want to do something different than what they're being told that they're going to do anyway. Those are the type of things I want to be involved with. I'm actually going to speak to a school and possibly speak at Medgar Evers College and a couple other schools August 4th through 7th to, in response to, him developing his curriculum. He already started teaching it on Monday, because I feel like that's what matters. On top of them being taught to be able to have someone in this film, a celebrity, to be able to use that platform to come in and reinforce everything he's taught and say, what he's teaching you is absolutely right, and I put everything I am behind it. That's going to change somebody's life. Even if it's just one kid, two kids, that's going to maybe inspire them to go and put their best foot forward and change someone else's life.
Yeah, and then, it's sort of that theory of, instead of instead of like fishing for someone,
Mhm.
teach the man how to fish.
Absolutely.
And you know, it does. It makes a lot of waves, and each wave affects the next.
Mhm.
So you know, you inspire one kid. You don't know what that one kid's gonna do.
I don't know. But
Exactly.
it goes both ways. You inspire in a negative way,
Mhm.
that seed's gonna grow as well.
Right. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you
Absolutely.
taking your
Of
time
course.
and sitting here and talking to me and sharing. I mean, just you, probably just along those lines. I don't know if you know how impactful you've been on me.
Mhm.
It was interesting because, you know, everything here, just in Los Angeles,
Mhm.
can be a positive influence or negative influence. And you know, it's not easy being an actor or an actress.
Sure.
It takes a lot of work and a lot of blessings and just challenges, overcoming challenges. And it was interesting because recently I was offered a role in something,
Mhm.
and it was one of those like, I don't know if I can get behind this message, but you know, okay, you know, let me think about this. It was one of those that I kind of debated back and forth a little bit in my own head and said, well, I don't know if I support this message. And then it was interesting because, you know, I went through, is this something that I can tell my daughter about and say proudly, I'm doing this, I believe in this. And then it was funny because I thought, you came to mind. And I thought, if I ran into Nate Parker and I said, yeah, I'm doing this project about blah, 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 would I feel comfortable? Because I know that you're a man of integrity,
Absolutely.
and that you only do things that you believe in.
Absolutely right.
And I went, okay, I have to answer no to both of those questions, and so I probably shouldn't do this role.
Wow.
And so, you know, you don't know that happens inside of my head, but I'm sure that there's a lot of other people in the entertainment industry that watch the way that you work, the way that you show up to set, the professionalism that you carry, the level of excellence that you demand of yourself. It inspires everyone around you.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate you just being you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for openly sharing, you know, your beliefs and passions. And I'm really excited that somebody, somewhere, hopefully many people, their entire lives are going to change based on this conversation we just had. So
I hope so.
thank you, sweetie.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
All right.
Bye.
All right.